The home of the Marlins and Heat.
An NBA Saturday night in Miami featuring two teams scoring big numbers and winning big games. Heat versus Trailblazers. Miami Heat basketball on FanDuel Sports Network, presented by Carnival Cruise Line. Heat beat Charlotte by 18 last night, had that 53-point first quarter. The Trailblazers, off since their stunning Wednesday win by 2 points over Oklahoma City, they did it with a 40-point fourth quarter. We hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us tonight. And hello again, the Heat Nation. Hope your weekend has been great, and thank you, as always, for joining us for your NBA basketball. That's the point guard, John Crotty. I'm Eric Reed. These are two high-scoring teams, two much-improved teams. They're both averaging over 120 points per game. Life in the fast lane again, but John, one of the things that has ignited Portland, a very disruptive defense.
Yeah, their defense has been really good, forcing turnovers. Best in the association, almost 21 turnovers a game they force, and they score 25 points off them, so they get out and transition very well. Their team's really suited for this faster pace, and their ability to be disruptive defensively has allowed them to get out and transition and score a lot of easy baskets, both at the rim and out on the perimeter, with great numbers, 3-on-2, 2-on-1 opportunities where they've been able to finish. Jrue Holiday really helped set that tone for them with his pressure on opposing guards, but it's a great team effort by this Portland team that has resulted in tremendous defensive start.
Nice resume for the Trailblazers early in the season. Wins over Golden State, a win in LA against the Lakers, a win over Jokic and Denver, and they give Oklahoma City their only loss this year in a game they trailed 41-21 after one quarter. That win for them, by the way, ended a 16-game losing streak to the Thunder. Let's shift gears to our key of player profile. It's on Portland's talented big man, Deni Avdija. His first 4 years with Washington. This is his second year with Portland, off to a career best start. He had 26 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, and took 16 free throws in Wednesday's win over Oklahoma City. Presents a very challenging matchup. John, last night, it was an emotional roller coaster if you were with us. He had a 26-point lead that disappeared. They also had the historic 53-point first quarter. It was incredible, John. 10 threes in the first quarter from 8 different players.
Yeah, the first quarter set a great tone for Miami, getting out with great spacing, moving the ball, knocking shots down all over, putting the Hornets back on their heels. Everyone was involved with that offensive balance. It was historic, and Miami really responded by not only making threes, but by getting their defense going, and the defense helped allow them to get out into transition as well and score some easy buckets. Active hands, deflections, and steals created allowed them to also take advantage, and we see here the lob dunk finish and extracurricular activities at the rim for Miami.
Toyota Trend, we've talked about Miami's high-scoring first quarter ways. They lead the NBA in first quarter points at 37 points per game. By the way, they have a 4-1 record when they lead after one quarter this year. Portland, by the way, number 1 in the NBA in second quarter points. Now let's finish our opening chapter on the sensational early season play of Jaime Jaquez Jr., who had another brilliant performance last night. 18 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds in 33 minutes. He is 5th in the NBA with his 34 layups. He is 6th in the league in paint points, number 13 in field goal percentage. Triple J getting straight A's to jumpstart his third season.
When the heat is on, you know where to find it.
Blocked by Jaquez. How do you like that one?
Every highlight from our house to your home.
The highway, wide open.
Right here on FanDuel Sports Network.
We get ready for this game between the Heat and the Blazers. Of course, the fans making their way to the seats now. You have always got a seat to the action, though, on FanDuel Sports Network, the ultimate place to catch all the action. The way to get it done is catch unrivaled coverage of your favorite local teams all season long. Stream live games, catch every highlight, and stay in the action wherever you go. All of it with the FanDuel Sports Network app. Download the FanDuel Sports Network app today. Meanwhile, locally in South Florida, many of you are watching the game on WPLG Local 10, one of of 12 Heat games you'll be able to see in South Florida this season on Local 10. Coverage coming your way. We cannot wait to bring it to you. Opening lineups and the tip coming your way with Eric and John right here on FanDuel Sports Network.
Take a bow, young fella. What a stirring rendition of the national anthem before this NBA Saturday night in Miami. Welcome inside the Kaseya Center on Pat Riley Court tonight. It's the Heat and the Trailblazers. Both teams have won 5 games. The Heat are 5-4. The Trailblazers 5-3. They open a 5-game road trip tonight. Jrue Holiday and Shaedon Sharpe, their electric backcourt. Avdija playing his best basketball. Donovan Clingan, the second-year center out of Connecticut. That should make for an excellent young big man matchup with Kel'el Ware for the Heat. Same group that started last night and helped produce that 53-point first quarter. John, interesting, Norman Powell, who's averaging 10 points per game in the first quarter, shooting 65% from the field in first quarters this year. He's made 11 of his 16 first quarter threes this season.
Yeah, comes out ready to go and bombing away. Super aggressive. He's been so efficient, too. Knocking down shots, 20-plus points in 5 of 6 games that he's played this season.
No other Heat players ever debuted with 20 points plus in 5 of their first 6 games. Our officials are Mitchell Irvin, Nate Green, and Suyash Mehta. Heat Nation, always glad you're aboard. Off we all go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. This should be a very entertaining and compelling game, John. Two teams playing fast and strong on the offensive end. That rebound pulled down. The rebounding is going to be key for Miami tonight. They have been handled on the glass 2 straight nights. Powell with the deflection and the steal. He'd been out-rebounded by 40-plus rebounds last 2 nights. Oh, Wiggins made the catch, couldn't deliver the bucket.
Good look by Davion Mitchell with that lob action.
Well, the 3 missed there by Toumani Camara. No score yet, first minute. Davion hoisting it up and missing it. And here comes Avdija. Looks like a track meet with a basketball. Oh, nice move by Avdija, able to get that in over Kel'el Ware for the game's first score.
That is his strength. At 6'9", he can run the ball up and down and finish with either hand going to the basket. Avdija.
Ware collecting his own miss. The Heat have missed on their first 4 shots to open the game. Pelle Larsson, baseline driving. Good ball swing. Mitchell's 3. Kaboom. Just as the shot clock expired, Davion collects his 10th triple of the season. Gives the Heat their first lead of the game.
Beautiful ball movement from the right to the left side. Davion getting an assisted triple there.
And there goes Avdija. He is a 6'8" version of Jaime Jaquez Jr.
I agree.
Same aggressive approach.
That's a really good comparison, but got to take away his right-hand drive. He's already been able to get to that strong right hand in 2 of the last 3 offensive possessions for Portland.
Davion Mitchell comes up with the steal. It's a second Trailblazer turnover. The lob for Kel'el, broken up by Clingan. Out to Larsson. Ware on the tip, and he was fouled. They were getting an active version of Kel'el Ware here in the game's first 2 minutes, but a frustrating start for the Heat, who have missed 7 of their first 8 shots.
Well, the Heat putting pressure on Clingan and Portland Trailblazer defense, too, with the lob attack and then the 3-point shots, and Ware working that weak side of the rim, able to draw the foul on a grab there from 7-foot Clingan from the Portland Trailblazers. He's a big physical center, does a nice job as a shot blocker and lob threat.
Oh, Norman Powell got a great look. Ware missing in close. Right now there's a lid on the basket. And Avdia gets the loose ball. The Heat won for their first 10. Avdia, Shaedon Sharpe for 3. And the Blazers lead it 7-3. Shaedon Sharpe got 16 triples on the year. He averages 18 points a game. Ware tried to tip it in, gets it back. They did not rule that a field goal attempt. Here's Mitchell. Cross court, BB for Larson. Absolutely nothing dropping for Miami. This is Toumani Camara, 6'7" forward at a date. Feeding Clingan in the post. Ware knocked it free. Jrue Holiday short. And out to Sharpe for a 3. Oh, that's a terrific box out by Davion Mitchell. He kept Camara away from him. He's got to get untracked offensively. Getting decent looks, nothing dropping yet. Powell against Holiday. That's a terrific matchup. Norman rejected by Donovan Clingan. That's his 12th block of his second season. He's a strong defender and an even stronger offensive rebound. Here's Clingan. And he knocks in a triple, his 6th tray of the year. Clingan out of Bristol, Connecticut, played 74 games as a UConn Husky, a part of 2 straight national championship teams.
And it says a lot about him. Another block by him, and he is getting the job done for Portland.
It's been a nightmare for the Heat to open up offensively. They're down 10-3, and they've missed 12 of their first 13 shots.
He won 2 championships at University of Connecticut, and that matters. Winning matters. Plays with great intensity and motor. Being able to block shots and get your team out in transition really helps this Portland offense get easier scores.
Here's Donovan Clingan. He was the 7th pick back in the 2024 draft. Over the last 3 games, he struggled to score, John. That part of his game is coming along slowly. He averaged 6.5 points a game as a rookie. He's at 8 points per game this year, but he does other things that have made him a starter and helped Portland to this 5-3 start.
I'm impressed with this group, how well they've come together. There's been plenty of headwinds too, with their head coach right now, being suspended in a shocking way, and having a reputation as a player and a coach in this league at a high level. And it's been amazing to see Chauncey Billups no longer part of that group. And this team's responded well to Coach Tiago Splitter.
9 straight points. We'll cover that story as we get into the game. 9 straight points for Portland. Sharpe makes it 11 unanswered points for the Trailblazers and a 13-3 lead for them.
They just keep coming at you. This is how Miami plays too. Great pace with the pass, with the dribble, getting down the floor.
Wiggins misses. It's 1 for their first 15. Look out. Camara goes deep. Now Jrue Holiday, a gift wrap 3. 13 unanswered points for the Trailblazers. They have jumped all over Miami in the game's first 5 minutes. FanDuel Sports Network by your local South Florida Genesis retailer. By Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of the Miami Heat. And by Vicky Bakery, your favorite bakery since 1972. Well, much like Miami, adversity for Portland early in the season. They lost their season opener by 4 at Minnesota, and early the next morning on October 23rd, their head coach and Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups was arrested on gambling charges. Tiago Splitter, who was a first-year assistant, took over as acting head coach on October 23rd, and Splitter, who played in the NBA for a long time, including on that 2014 NBA championship team in San Antonio, has settled it down in Portland, and he's done a very nice job under very difficult circumstances.
Yeah,
Khalil Ware with the offensive foul.
I'm really impressed, with the way he stepped in and provided stability. This team is one of the great surprises in the NBA season so far, Portland, how they're playing. They're 5-3, and you kind of talked about earlier, they're beating the top teams right now in the West, including Oklahoma City, the only loss that they've had this year. And Portland playing really nice as a unit, and playing the faster, aggressive pace, and it's working for them.
Neither a step slow so far tonight. They do get the ball back. 13 straight points for the Trailblazers. Larson got in, and he got the bucket. Maybe that'll take the lid off for good. Bella Larson's first bucket. Larson making his 7th consecutive start for the Heat here in his second season. Not bad for a second-round pick. Keeps getting better and better. under 7 minutes left, first quarter. And the Heat, the highest scoring first quarter team in the NBA, off uncharacteristically slowly. The Wiggins block on Kamara. That's Clingan, who missed the three as the shot clock ran out. Here comes Larson. Hit ahead for Mitchell. In the wake of Ware. Sets up Wiggins for three. Khalil had a hand on it, but Shaedon Sharpe comes down with it. Here's Sharpe. Holiday missing from downtown. Rebound batted around, and Ware reels it in. He has 6 rebounds in the first 6 minutes of this game. Mitchell on a pitch for Wiggins. He'll post up with Sharpe. Got it.
Good strong move by Wiggs. Missed his three, but this time just bogarts his way down low, getting to that right-hand hook over the smaller Sharpe.
Clingan missing on the follow, but there for the second try. Donovan Clingan, a man who's averaging over 4 offensive rebounds per game.
Yeah, one of the best in the league.
Number
in fact,
2.
Second with that ability. That's incredible how you got to block him out, because he's coming strong to get those offensive opportunities.
Clingan averages 9 rebounds a game total, but 4.5 a game off the offensive board. That's the Trailblazers' second team foul. Jeremy Grant, who's the 6th man this year for Portland, and one of the best 6 men in the business, he picks up the foul. First foul on Grant. Here's Jeremy. He's the number 1 scorer off the bench this year with 162 points. That translates to 20 points per game.
Yeah, he's played at a high level in his 12th season. Career high 3-point percentage, free throw percentage.
Jaime Jaquez Jr., he's number 2 on that off-the-bench scoring list. He gets on the board quickly. Jaquez and Jovic both checking in simultaneously. Heat down by 8. Here's Kamara. Keegan Murray is in for them. That's Keegan. Drives in with a left hand and missed it. Rebound batted out by Jovic, and here come the Heat. Jaquez, coast to coast. He keeps on rolling. Keep on trucking. Davion Mitchell setting up Jaquez, who's a locomotive.
He really does such a good job finishing. Team high, almost 14 drives a game he averages. Getting downhill and finishing.
Drew Holiday doing just that for Portland. Holiday in his 17th season at UCLA. After the last 2 seasons in Boston, what a welcome pickup for the Trailblazers.
So physical from the guard spot.
Davion Mitchell, same thing for him. He's got 5 early points. The Heat have narrowed the gap to 6. Here comes Holiday against Jovic. Good defense. Jaquez sweeps the glass. And here comes Nico. Oh, a collision and a blocking foul underneath.
Heat picking up pace, and it's working in their favor. Tipping it out and having numbers. Davion Mitchell finding Jaquez Jr., who just comes right down the right angle. And then the quick reversal pass, catch and go move against the grain, and Davion able to finish with the right hand floater as well. Miami getting it to Jovic, who's so good when he puts that shoulder down, getting to his right. Able to draw the foul. 2 free throws for him.
Toumani Camara picked up his first foul. We get a couple more changes for the Heat. Simone Fontecchio and Drew Smith both come in. Camara sits for the Trailblazers. Avdia returns. Last year, Portland averaged 111 points per game, 22nd in the league. This year, they're 7th best in scoring at over 120 points per game. And in their 5 victories, they're scoring 125 points a game. Miami and Portland, 2 of the supercharged offensive teams to start this season. 2 of the 7 teams, by the way, averaging over 120 points a game. Fontecchio in a battle that he lost for the rebound. Chris Murray got it. Oh, the nice move by Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant there, the 12-year vet from Syracuse University.
Well, he plays so fast, he can stretch you out. He's 6'7", but he plays like he's 7 feet, Jeremy Grant, the way he stretches out that frame and finishes at the rim. Got great length from the wing spot.
Son of former NBA forward Harvey Grant, the nephew of former Chicago Bull Horace Grant. DNA on his side. 6-point Trailblazer lead. Here's Grant slicing in, crashing into Larson. Avdia for 3. Denny Avdia, he can do that. He's got 19 triples on the season. He's got 7 points here in the first quarter.
Really blossoming this year, coming out on the big stage. Career high, 24 points a game. You see why inside and out.
Fontecchio, fantastic from 3 this year. He's got 23 triples on 50% shooting from downtown.
Keeps him going coming off the bench. He has been consistently so good.
Oh, Grant draws the foul on Fontecchio and scored. Jeremy Grant, who was acquired from Detroit back in 2022.
Here's Fontecchio working from the baseline. Grant late on the closeout, lets it fly and knocks it down, but right out of the net, the Blazers come right back down, and Grant with an N1 opportunity. You can't rest on this team. They get the ball out from inbounds, even off a make down the floor so quickly. You really got to stay locked in and try to slow down that ball handler to prevent any kind of advanced pass.
Larson out for the Heat, Wiggins in, Jovic driving and throwing it away. That's his second turnover on a pass. Avdia leaves it behind. Here's Avdia driving hard and missing. Wiggins with a rebound. Here they come, 2-on-1. Smith. Yes.
Really efficient play. Splitting that defender, great ball sharing, and Drew Smith kind of looks off the defender at the end and gets to his left hand.
Oh, the steal by Drew Smith. Hit ahead for Jovic. Comes driving in, short. And the loose ball rebound taken away by Drew Smith. Oh, Drew on the spot for Miami. A couple of scores for Drew Smith. The Heat back to within 5. A timeout to Portland.
Never stops playing. Drew Smith, gutty and gritty, getting down on the floor, laying it in, back-to-back buckets for him, giving Miami an opportunity to get back in it here in this first quarter.
With tonight's deal of the game. Tonight, Crazy Andy has another crazy deal. Miami Heat denim cap, regularly priced at $25. Crazy Andy slashing the price all the way down to just $15. Make sure to scan our QR code if you want to get the deal. So, come on!
Oh, we love it. Crazy Andy going up-tempo with that denim hat. Originally $25, yours for $15. Scan the QR code to purchase and enjoy.
Look, the Heat offense really started taking off when they picked up the same tempo as Crazy Andy's voice, no question.
Sidi Sissoko is in the game, the third-year guard from France. He wears number 91 for the Trailblazers.
Heat right now in a 2-3 zone. It slowed down this Portland offense. They kind of backed off turnover there, but you could see they kind of pulled back, tried to get into a different formation.
That went through the hands of Dwap Reith, the 6'9" forward out of LSU by way of South Sudan. 5-point Portland lead. Jovic drives in, sends it out. Had a layup. Smith drives in and scores a tough one. He's got 6 straight points for the Heat, and Miami is within 3 now.
Beautiful touch with that right-hand hook, too, using the glass, going to his right, back in a 2-3 zone.
The Heat fell behind in this game early, 15-3. They've battled back. Avdia picks up his dribble. 5 on the shot clock. Avdia against Fontecchio. Grant with 1 on the shot clock. Long rebound right back to it. Wiggins did not box out. Avdia triples. Second chance points, a killer. 10 points for Avdia. He's tripled twice in this first quarter. Fontecchio driving on Avdia, turns back. Jaquez banged off the front rim down to Jeremy Grant. Heat shooting just 37% here in the opening quarter. Grant on the catch, surrounded. Jaquez took it away and then got taken down. The foul in the backcourt on Jeremy Grant after the turnover.
Good conversion down. 3 defenders just swallowing up Jeremy Grant. Jaquez ripping it away. It looked like he had a catch and finish under the basket here. This is a really nice pass. Avdia finding him on the move, and look at the defense respond. And Jaquez taking it away, and then the foul right there on Grant as he rips and grabs his arm.
8th steal of the season for Jaquez. 6th turnover of the first quarter for Portland. It's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. Their first game this year against an Eastern Conference team. Wiggins Oh, Andrew Wiggins driving hard, drawing the foul on the Trailblazers.
Boy, wouldn't be denied. Got around one defender and challenged the rotation defender. Wiggins has been really good as of late. 22 points in the last game against Charlotte. Look at how he attacks here, goes right up inside. And Murray late on the rotation. His feet are in the restricted area. And Wiggins just bogards him right over. But 20-plus points in back-to-back games for Wiggs. And you can see his confidence continuing to grow.
Yeah, 22 in each of the last 2 games. John, over his last 6, 20 points per game on 56% shooting. And in those 6 games, 50% from 3, 16 out of 32.
And that makes him so hard to guard. If you got to guard a guy with his quickness out there at the three-point line because he's efficient making those shots, wow, it opens up the field and the court for his game.
Well, Heat trailing by 5. Avdija driving in, setting up. Sissoko, who missed it, and the loose ball rebound of Hawkins. 26 seconds left, first quarter. Heat have been over 30 points in 8 of their 9 first quarters. Not going to happen tonight. Hawkins with 6 on the shot clock. Against Sissoko, he finds Wiggins. To the basket, lost control of it, and drew the foul at the end of it.
Oh, what awareness right there. Kind of lost control while he was getting downhill, regains it in the air, then is fouled. So 2-shot foul here. There's the loss of control, there's the foul. That's great concentration here. He gets hit on the arm there, and then fouled again.
Sidy Cissoko picking up his first foul. Wiggins to the stripe, his 3rd and 4th free throws of the quarter. Andrew Wiggins acquired in the Jimmy Butler trade last February from Golden State, a member of their 2022 NBA championship team. He's been solid for the Heat ever since arriving. 17.5 points a game this year, and even better when the Heat have needed him. Remember, the Miami playing without both Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo tonight. Hero hoping his return is near from mid-September ankle surgery. Bam missing his 2nd straight game with a sprained big toe on his left foot. You got to play with who you got. A 3-point lead for the Blazers. Last shot of the quarter, a miss for Jeremy Grant and the Trailblazers. So not a bad recovery from the Heat, who started off in a 15-3 hole. The Heat couldn't make a shot early. They have clawed their way back. A 3-point lead for the Trailblazers after 1 quarter here in the Heat's house. Season began with some marquee players sidelined with injuries. Jason Tatum's absence has clearly hurt the Celts. Halliburton's absence decimating Indiana. They're just 1-7 on the season. Dame Lillard, who returns to Portland after 2 years in Milwaukee with a torn Achilles. It's a feel-good story for Lillard, returning to the team that he played most of his career for, but he'll be out all of this season. But a nice return home for him. They also traded Anthony Simons in the offseason, a deal that brought them Drew Holiday. That was Dwap Reef dropping in his 9th triple of the season to open the 2nd quarter. A 33-27 lead for Portland. Jovic on a spin, and this is going to be taken away from Nico. An offensive foul on Jovic. That's his first foul of the game. He bumping with Kamara, knocking him down.
It's a tough call, I gotta be honest. That happens on almost every possession in the post.
Just underway here in the 2nd period. Denny Avdija scored 10 in the 1st quarter. Avdija, good size at 6'8", 230. The steal by Wiggins. That's the 7th Portland turnover. Hawkins driving all the way home. Down that old Jaime highway. He knows every twist and turn. Another layup for him. He's got 6 points. Johnny's been one of the best scorers in the paint in the NBA this season.
He gets pushed and hit a lot, but he's so strong and low to the ground, finishing on those straight line drives.
That's a nice looking finish for the 22-year-old Shaedon Sharpe, who's from London, Canada. He's averaging 18 points a game this year. Averaged 18.5 last year. Hawkins again.
Another example, though, getting bumped, and it doesn't take him offline. He stays low, absorbs the hit, just keeps pushing through the defender.
Avdia missing the reverse layup, and Jaquez with another rebound. Heat trailing by 4. Jovic, wide open 3. And the rebound comes down a Dwap Reith of the Trailblazers. Now the Heat started out missing 14 of their first 15. They've gone 11 for their last 15. Avdia, he lost the ball, but it rolls to a teammate. That's Kamara. And the rebound of Drew Smith. Looking deep, finds Jovic for the completion. Jovic gets fouled.
Well, the defense solid here for Miami, and coming up with the loose balls, Wiggs, he kicks it ahead, and Jaquez Jr., great example of him taking the contact and just finishing right through it. He's so strong. Beautiful fake spin. Again, little bump, but no problem. So strong, maintains that straight line, is able to finish before any defensive rotation. Shot blockers come from the weak side of the floor.
He's become a layup machine. Jaime Jaquez Jr. has 37 layups on the season. He's in the top 4 in the league in layups made. By the way, he sprained his right ankle late in last night's game, but bounced back, and he was listed as questionable during the day. He bounced back and is playing well. Now the Heat trailing by 3. Miami has only had 1 lead in the game, was by 1 point.
Heat in the 2-3 zone again, matching up, trying to guard man-to-man in their respective areas of that zone.
The essence of the matchup zone. Kamara, the left-handed three-pointer, and a reeled-in rebound by Sharp. Avdia sets up Kamara. He misses again. Loose ball rebound to the Blazers. Well, the Heat have had so many issues over these last 3 games. Defensive rebound. Another opportunity to do so, and Drew Smith gets it done. 9 and change left in the second quarter. A double on Jovic. There's a free man, Fontecchio. A corner 3. Kaboom!
Oh, moving to his left, Mamma Mia! As Fontecchio knocking that one down. Great ball fake. Loves that slide action to create the open triple.
Did you say Mamma Mia?
I did. I got caught up in a moment.
So did Fontecchio, John. He's 2 of 2 from downtown. He's tied the game at 35. Oh, a blocking foul on Fontecchio. He and Shaedon Sharpe both went down in a heap. It'll be the second foul on Simone.
The ball movement, kicking inside out, and then the way he shuffles and moves to his left, getting away from the defender there. And boy, that bench loves seeing that ball movement. Fontecchio trying to slide in front there, moving a bit, picking up that second personal foul.
I like the Simone shuffle on the offensive end. Unload that 3. Jaquez comes out. Another good stint for him. 8 points and 3 rebounds in 8 minutes. Dwap, Reith, and Denny Avdia to the Portland bench.
Coach Spo subbing a little earlier tonight. I've noticed letting guys, shorter spurts and minutes here on the second night of a back-to-back, trying to keep them fresh.
Grant missing the corner 3. Khalil Ware had his hands on it. Loose ball, and it's a kick against the Trailblazers. Heat ball. Game tied at 35. John, the Heat bench been a strength all season again tonight.
Continuing to keep pressure on when they come on. They are just a ball of energy. 23-8 advantage in bench scoring, and continues to be one of Miami's strengths, their depth.
Vulnerable area rebounds. The Heat have been out-rebounded by 9 tonight. They've been out-rebounded by 43 boards the last 2 games against Denver and Charlotte. Drew Smith arced it high, but it dropped. He's got 8 points here in the first half, and the Heat have their biggest lead and just their second lead. Their only other lead was at 3-2. Just under 8 minutes left in the half. Kamara sets up and buries a 3. Too much time to sight and fire. That's his 17th triple of the season, his first points of this game.
And that corner 3, it's the shortest one on the floor, and Kamara with the left hand release and finish.
A 1-point Portland lead. They've already taken 23s. They've made 6 of them. Smith Got contact, and he draws the foul on Chris Murray.
He continues to be able to get past his man with the dribble drive. 4 for 4, Drew Smith from the field. He's got 8 points. This will be his first trip to the line for 2.
Hey, let's pause for a quick word from Bacardi.
You fall in love, sing boom, the sky up above.
Drew Smith averaging 5 points a game off the Heat bench. He plays 16 minutes a game. He leads the team in steals. Johnny commits very few mistakes or turnovers and is always making plays that move the needle in the direction of winning.
And look, he's an unselfish player. He fills in and can play with anyone. I love the expression plug and play, because to me he can play with anyone and make the team around him better. Great feel for the game, knowing what to do when, whether it's to take the shot or whether it's to make the right pass, and just a bulldog defender on the ball.
Oh,
there he is again.
From behind, deflected it away for the Larson steal. 3-on-1 break. Jovic finishes. Offense off defense. First field goal for Jovic, a 3-point lead for the Heat, and a timeout for Portland.
Gives Drew Smith credit. We were just giving him some love. The back tap there creates the loose ball, and a 3-on-1 break. Pelle Larsson, no look to Jovic with a left-hand finish. Heat back on top after trailing early. Pretty basketball here. 3-on-1 goodness. Making an impact. Both ends of the floor. Smart plays, whether to take the shot or to create the offense. He's got 2 steals already, and he's tied his season high with 10 points on a perfect 4 for 4 shooting. Love the smart, heady plays he's making all over the floor. This time a little giant killer runner, and the back tip here to create the 3-on-1 ultimate layup and the timeout. He is a winning type player. His coaching staff has great trust in Drew Smith.
He fell behind early, 15-3. Now they lead it by 3. Underneath, that's Chris Murray. He airballed it. Khalil Weir with excellent defense inside. Just under 7 minutes left, second quarter. Nice pass by Smith. Larson gets it back to Jovic. Now Norman Powell, who was scoreless in the first quarter, draws the foul here. Norman missed all 4 of his shots in an uncharacteristic scoreless first quarter. Jeremy Grant picks up his 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul on the Blazers in the quarter. Let's take a look at a deal you don't want to pass up. Ready to score $10 Heat tickets? You can see a QR code. You need to scan it when you see it and enter HEAT10 to access $10 all-in ticket prices for select November home games. And there it is. By the way, Norman Powell, the free throw shooting for him has been crazy good over his last 4 games. Let's make it 5 games, including tonight. He has made 33 consecutive free throws for the season. He's at 95%, 42 of 44 at the foul line. Kamara at it, blocked by Ware. With the Heat up by 4. Jovic, coast to coast, got the dunk, and we got a foul away from the play as well. Well, Powell missing one of those 2 free throws, so that ended that streak. Watch Larson get fouled by Drew Holiday there.
Wow, that's interesting. It could almost be a take foul perhaps too. They're going to review this right now because it's before Nikola Jovic takes the dunk. I would argue this could be a take foul where Drew Holiday is trying to prevent the easy 2 points here by fouling Pelle Larsson right in the middle of the floor.
Very interesting. It does happen before any Jovic gather. There's the bump.
Boom, right there's I think the foul may be right before the gather, but Drew Holiday's pointing like it's Pelle Larsson who's initiating the foul. I think he's wishful thinking there. I believe this is a foul on Drew Holiday regardless. It's just a matter of whether or not the Heat are going to get the 2-point layup from Jovic, or whether this is perhaps a take foul. It's bang bang in terms of the gather there.
I think it's pretty clear the foul came, the collision came before the gather.
I don't either. I think it's the ball's bounced up.
After review, the illegal contact by Holiday occurs when Jovic is in his upward shooting motion. Therefore, Larson will shoot 1 free throw for the and 1.
Okay, so they do count the basket for Jovic.
Yeah, and one opportunity here for Miami. This is wonderful. It'll be Pelle Larsson shooting, though, not Jovic.
He got the benefit of that call. Miami ahead by 6. You know, they fell behind 15-3. They have outscored Portland since then, 41-23. And the Heat bench tonight with 31 of the first 44 points.
Hey, what's good now? Good. Okay, here we go. What?
6.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Second game of a 4-game homestand for the Heat. Well, it is a 3-point play for Miami and a 45-38 lead. Biggest lead of the night for the Heat.
Back in the 2-3 zone. Mitchell extending all the way out. He and Pelle Larsson playing on the top of that 2-3 zone.
Holiday penetrates. Kalel Ware blocked it. Ware's second block shot of the game. He had a season-high 3 blocks last night. And Davion Mitchell didn't want to commit that foul, but he did anyway. That's his second.
Boy, Jrue Holiday just never panics. Gets a shot block, clock's winding down, wheels right back inside, leans on Davion Mitchell, uses his size. He's a physical guard at 6'4", about 220 pounds, and able to draw that foul.
John, it's nice to see Ware back to his shot-blocking ways. Last night, his 6th career game with at least 3 blocks. And tonight he's followed that up with 2 first-half block shots.
Need that activity. Want to see him be more aggressive as a lob threat going to the rim, too.
Jrue Holiday makes both. He has 6 points. His trade in July in exchange for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks. The 4th time he's been traded in his career. He's been an excellent player everywhere he's been. Powell gets to the basket for the deuce. First score tonight for Norman Powell from the field. So Powell with 3 points. The Heat lead by 7, and Chris Murray comes back. His first score, the 3rd-year man from Iowa, and the twin brother of Sacramento's Keegan Murray.
Yeah, it's just amazing how often they come right back down and score off a Heat make here. They're so aggressive getting it out of the rim.
Pelle Larsson going hard, but finishing soft. He's got 5 points. Heat back in front by 7. They force the Trailblazers into a 9th turnover. You know, Portland is the turnover-inducing team. The Heat only have 4 in the first half. Larsson fakes the 3. Sets up Kalel. In and out. Rebound tipped out by Jovic to Larsson. Pelle, slingshot 3. Kaboom. So Miami has their first double-digit lead, and Murray comes back and scores quickly in transition.
Yeah, right off a make. It's just amazing how often they're doing it. Miami's got to slow them down.
Powell swings it inside to Ware. Muscles his way up and in.
Good strong move there by Kalel Ware. Now pick up the ball. Take away the driving kick.
10-point lead for the second time in a row in this quarter, and Jeremy Grant is headed to the free throw stripe. That's the only breath you get to take when the whistle blows and they go to the free throw line.
Good draw here inside by Norman Powell. And how about the finish with the left hand, getting that right shoulder right in the chest to cling on there to be able to finish. Forceful move and first bucket there for Ware.
Kalel struggled to make shots last night. 3 for 13. The night he's 1 for 4. Powell's 1 for 5, and Wiggins 1 for 6. It's the bench that's provided the spark tonight. 7 points for Jovic, 8 points for Jaquez, 6 for Fontecchio, 10 for Drew Smith, which already has tied his season high.
I mean, what you pointed out with Wiggins and Powell in particular, to be leading by 8 points with those guys having 2 made field goals between them is really impressive. The depth right now for Miami.
Oh, Jovic, that's his 3rd turnover on an errant pass. Atia got fouled and scored. Denny Avdia now with 12 points. He'll go to the free throw line, try to complete a 3-point play.
He's really a talented young player. He can score a lot of different ways. Little rub screen for Drew Holiday and then dives inside. Holiday sees that he's got the 6-foot Davion Mitchell on him, goes right inside of the 6'9" Avdia, takes the contact and finishes.
Here on FanDuel Sports Network, Miami with a 6-point lead with about 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Will Mansell alongside the coach Ron Rothstein bring you inside the Bacardi Ocho Lounge. A preview of what's coming up on Heat Halftime presented by your South Florida Chevy dealers. Pelle Larsson, Drew Smith doing a lot of good things. The Heat getting back in this game now with a 6-point lead. Portland, though, they're not going anywhere. They're pushing and pushing fast.
No, they're a good team. And it's going to be this. I think this is going to be a dogfight to the end. Two things. When they got out early, we went to the zone, slowed them up a little bit, gave us a chance to get going. The second thing, bench. Right now, 31-14. Every night, the bench group, bench bunch, whatever you want to call them, comes in, gives us a tremendous lift. Primarily tonight.
Drew's got 10, yeah.
Drew and Pella and
Jaime's got
Jaime.
8, yeah.
You know, those guys did. And Nico's having a nice game.
Yeah, it has been fun to watch. Hopefully the Heat can close the second quarter strong as they try to right here. Let's enjoy the rest of the first half of their job. We'll see you back at the half.
Thank you very much, Coach and Will Mansell. Chris Murray called for his 3rd foul. Blazers are over the limit with 4:22 left in the half.
Looks like Norman Powell kind of tweaked that right ankle a bit, but he's walking it off right now. Good hard take from the left side for Norman. Be his 3rd and 4th free throw.
Kamara not evened up. He was still moving. Check it. That was Chris Murray, not Kamara. Here's Powell. By the way, seeing Will Mansell reminds us we are on WPLG as well as FanDuel Sports Network tonight. I want to welcome those of you watching the Heat for the first ever time, a simulcast on WPLG TV. Channel 10 in Miami will first of 12 games that you can see on WPLG. Of course, every game is seen right here on FanDuel Sports Network. So we wish all of you happy viewing, and don't forget to download that FanDuel Sports Network app. That's Dwap Reef. He triples for the 2nd time tonight. By the way, if you have that FanDuel app, you can stream every Heat game right on your own device. We got 4:05 left here in the second quarter. The Heat with a 5-point lead. Larsson out to Powell. Norman to the paint. And a finish. Norman Powell finds a way. He's got 7 points.
Getting to that left-hand finish. They're overplaying him on the jumper. Oh, no. Wow, they counted that.
Jeremy Grant with a wild-looking delivery. He'll get a chance at a 3-point play.
Here's the good-looking shot. Right over the shot blocker, Reed's hands. Little giant killer floater there by Norman Powell. But, again, the Blazers take it right out of the net and push it down the floor so quickly. Jeremy Grant with an N1 opportunity.
John, the Heat already have 32 points in the paint. Miami shooting 53% in this first half after the ice-cold start. Now Grant with 8 Portland points off their bench. Jaquez missed that layup. Rebound, hustled to by Drew Holiday. Holiday at 35 years of age still plays with an edge. Here he is setting up for 3 and draining it. Drew Holiday with 22 triples this year. He's got 9 points tonight. It's a 1-point Heat lead.
Boy, looking comfortable out there. At times that's been his Achilles heel, but he looks really good this season, knocking down those 3-point shots.
Denny Avdia, topside Kamara, picked off by Jaquez. The 10th turnover for Portland turns into a Larsson left-handed jam. You love it when you see Miami score off defense.
3-on-1 again with the deflection steal. He translating defense to offense and running right back at the run-happy Portland Trailblazers.
Powell for 3. You know, the Heat do have 16 points tonight off 10 Portland turnovers. Kamara. That was a line drive home run for him. He's got a pair of triples in this quarter. We have a tie game at 60. Look out! Kalel went flying in. Couldn't finish it, but he will go to the stripe. Let's take a quick look at what we've selected as our fantastic play, brought to you by Vicky Baker.
And Bella Larson extending with the left hand. That is fantastic right there. Starting with the defense, 3-on-1. Look at Jaime laying that out on the platter. Ooh, right there. Swedish sensation right there, knocking that one down. Bella.
Flan on a platter.
A lot of food references here.
Yes. By the way, Jeremy Grant picked up that last foul. For Grant, who has 9 points in the game, that's his 4th foul. So he's got to take a seat on the bench.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought that was his 3rd. Wow. It's going to set him back deep into the 3rd quarter before he can come back in.
Ooh, Ware missed both free throws. Rebound bounces back to Drew Smith. Tie game at 60. Wiggins bounces to Powell with 5 on the 24. Norman in traffic, loses the ball out of bounds. Reminds me of our ride home on I-95 North last night. A lot of traffic. 2:15 left, 2nd quarter. Drew Holiday, he'll fire away and drain it. Holiday with a couple of threes in this quarter. He's got 12 points for them. Portland by 3. That was their 10th triple of the half. Heat with just 4 trays. Ware with the left, got it, plus a foul. That's the kind of finish you want to see from the 7-footer out of Indiana University.
That's a pinpoint pass from Drew Smith, right from the top. Look at him needle that way in there. Getting Khalil a great catch and finish inside. I mean, he just threaded that inside in a really tight window. Excellent execution. High-low there. Drew Smith from the top of the key to the waiting hands of Khalil Ware.
Khalil Ware made his first start as a rookie last year in mid-January against Portland, had a 20-point, 15-rebound game. Kamara missing the 3. Jovic in traffic with his 3rd rebound of the game. Heat need rebounding out of Nico, something he has not done a lot of this year. Jovic lobbing it up and in. Nico with a rainbow. Well, more points for the Heat bench, 9 points for him, 33 bench points for Miami, and a 2-point lead. Reith, now Avdia. And the rebound taken out of bounds by Kamara. That's going to be Heat ball. Wiggins. Kaboom. A triple for Wiggins, his first tray of the game, number 19 on the season. 5-point Heat lead. Kamara in deep for the Blazers. Deflected by Smith. Knocked out of bounds and saved in to Drew Smith. He's making it happen. Look at that, Wiggins from Jovic. And the Heat go up 70-63. A good close to the quarter for Miami.
Really nice burst. Wow, Miami just getting down the floor so quickly with their sharing of the basketball, and Wiggins getting it going. Another deflection by Drew Smith. And watch how quickly this goes from the defensive backcourt to the front court. That is just great basketball there. So unselfish.
Already 16 fast break points for Miami. 16. Avdia took a hit and drew the foul. By the way, Portland just finished a 12-2 run, and the Heat come back scoring the last 8 points of this half. Now Avdia will go to the stripe on Andrew Wiggins' first foul. And while Avdia gets set, let's pause for a word from Doral Kia.
Take advantage of a Pricito now on all of your favorite new Kia models. Like a new Kia K5, Sportage, Sorento, Soul, and more.
Denny Avdia on Wednesday night missed his first 11 shots of the game, but wound up with 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists in the stunning win over Oklahoma City. You know, he spent his first 4 years with Washington, then was acquired from the Wizards in July of 2024 from Malcolm Brogdon, the number 14 pick, which turned into Bub Carrington, and a 2029 first-round pick, and a couple of future second-round picks. I think the Trailblazers very happy with their investment in Avdia, who has 14 first-half points. Wiggins from the baseline, got it. He thought he was fouled, but Wiggins is binging near the end of this half.
3 straight buckets for him. Major touch right there from 16 feet on that right side baseline. That's a tough shot.
72-65 Heat, 7 seconds left in the half. Avdija for 3. Rebound batted out. Holiday gets it, hooks it up, and misses. So Miami closes the second quarter with an 11-2 run. And after the frosty start to the game, the Heat shoot 55% in the first half, wind up with 72 points, 40 coming in the paint, 16 coming on the fast break, and 33 of those points from the bench. And the night, they put up 72 first half points. They had a 45-point second quarter, which just happened to be the second highest scoring second quarter in franchise history. It's remarkable, folks. We hope you're enjoying it. Eric Reed with John Crotty. What's incredible about this game, John, the Heat missed 14 of their first 15 shots. Since then, 77% shooting for a Heat team that's gotten a huge lift from their bench and their ball movement.
I really love the way they're moving the ball. Wanted to provide an example that of just the spacing Miami's shown, and this is a great play. It's like a 5-out type action. Everyone's outside the 3-point line, and as the ball's moving around to the corner, Pelle Larsson's going to catch it in the corner. He's going to drive it hard to the basket on this little rub action, and on that drive, as he gets inside, I want to freeze it inside. As he drives it down into the paint, freeze it right there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 different defenders ball watching him there. And then on the kick out, I want to freeze it right there. Stop it. And what we're going to see is just 2 really nice swing type action passes. And that's what really frees open the shooter on that left wing. And Davion Mitchell able to get that open 3. Excellent ball, but 55% shooting from Miami, 19 assists. They're really doing a nice job clicking on that offensive end after that slow start.
It was the 4th time already this season in the first 10 games. 4 times the Heat have scored 70 points or more in the first half. Shaedon Sharpe opens the third quarter with a miss, and he was able to save it in, but right to Davion Mitchell, who drives all the way in for the score. 7 points for Mitchell. These 2 teams are 1 and 2 in the league with the Heat first in pace. It's furious. The Heat leading by 9. Clingan for 3. Clang. Clingan went clanging.
Nice.
Here's Wiggins. Davion off the dribble. First minute of play here in the third quarter.
Tough spacing on that left side. Got to stretch it out.
Swing back to Larsson with 4 on the shot clock. Bounces back to Mitchell. 2 to shoot. Wiggins. Short. Ware sweeps it out, but right to Jrue Holiday. Holiday straightaway 3. Ware had Clingan on his back. You box out, John, good things are bound to happen. Either you're going to get the rebound or you're going to pick up a foul.
I agree, and that's a habit I think that we have to see Kel'el Ware right there in your picture execute more on. He's so talented and used to being able to just turn at 7 feet and go get the ball. He's got to think, I got to hit somebody first, then go get it, because he's giving up too many opportunities on second chances with the ball bouncing long, not just straight to him. So good box out there, and Clingan again, number 2 in the association in offensive rebounding. He's getting over 4 a game, so he is really proficient in that area.
Shaedon Sharpe just picked up his first foul, second team foul on the Blazers here in the first couple of minutes of the third quarter. Wiggins maneuvering against Deni Avdija. 2 to shoot, Heat in trouble. And that's a shot clock violation on the Heat, just their 7th turnover of the game.
Just think how few 24-second violations we've seen from this team because of the furious pace that they play with #1 in the league in terms of getting it up and down the floor. The way they track that, by the way, is possessions. Heat are 105 possessions a game, back and forth in 48 minutes.
How about Avdija, Johnny? He had Wiggins on his hip, and he strolled him right to the rim. 16 points for Denny Avdia on 6 of 11 shooting.
He's talented, and he's really athletic at 6'9".
A native of Israel, a 3-time champion in the Israeli League. Oh, up and under for the score for Pelle Larsson. He had 19 points last night. He's got a dozen tonight. Heat ahead by 9. Sharp knocking it down. 10 points for Shaedon Sharp. Delay a game warning on Portland. Loose ball foul, not a delay of game warning. It's a loose ball foul.
Look how physical this is right here. Pelle Larsson accepts the challenge. Up and under. Just relentless in his attack, Larsson. 5 of 8 now with 12 points.
Donovan Clingan just picked up his 3rd foul on the loose ball foul. Blazers already with 3 team fouls. Galel, air ball. Here comes Avdia. He veered him off course. Powell defending him well. Sharp for 3. And Ware reels in the rebound. That's his 6th of the game. Galel had a decent rebounding night last night. That's going to be an offensive foul. So Ware picks up the foul. That's the 2nd personal on Kel'el Ware.
A moving screen leaning to his left. Just has to maintain that position. Let the ball handler create the movement. You see the little skip step there moving to his left. Let Wiggins be the guy who, using the dribble, will rub right off. That's not the screener's responsibility. It's the ball handlers to create that tight fit.
You got to be a disciplined screen setter. Oh, crafty move by Holiday for the Donovan Clingan slam dunk.
Wow, I thought he got away with an extra step there, but Clingan, a good finisher inside.
7 points for Donovan Clingan, the 7'2" former UConn Husky. 5-point Heat lead. Powell streaking across for the running hook, and it comes down to Toumani Camara, who played his high school basketball in Hollywood, Florida, at Chaminade Madame. Avdia, and he was fouled by Larsson.
Good one, 2 there. I thought that was more of a rip through instead of an actual shot attempt.
So Denny Avdia, who goes to the line over 8 times a game, will take his 3rd and 4th free throws of this game. Time for a message from FPL.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long, training teams to act at a moment's notice. FPL, working for you every single day.
Yeah, this a Portland team, John. They their last 3 wins have all come by 2 points. A 2-point win at Utah, a 2-point win at home against Denver, and a 2-point win at home on Wednesday against Oklahoma City. Tiago Splitter doing an amazing job in the most awkward of circumstances. Powell for 3, kaboom. Norman Powell, quiet night, but the ability to erupt. He has 10 points. That was his first triple. Heat lead by 6. Only their 6th tray tonight. Sharp. Bumping with Mitchell. Missing. Rebound. Clingan, he put it in. But Donovan Clingan coming to the surface here. He had an 8-point game last year against Miami. And Clingan with 9 points and 6 rebounds and 2 blocks in this one.
He's relentless inside. Big body.
Wiggins pass picked off by Drew Holiday. They lead the league in steals, this Portland team, and Holiday cashing in. That's how Portland has gotten off to a 5-3 start, forcing turnovers and capitalizing. Well, the errant lob between Mitchell and Ware gives Portland a chance to rev it up and run. Camara, kaboom. Toumani Camara with his 3rd triple of the game. Portland takes a 1-point lead. The Heat call timeout.
This team, Portland, so good at converting turnovers into fast break points. They averaged 25 points a game off turnovers, and the lay-in by Drew Holiday. And another finish off a broken play, pitching it ahead, and Camara getting an open 3. It's a 7-0 run for the Portland Trailblazers.
Sports Network, where you're enjoying Heat basketball all season long. And we want to remind you, you can stream live games, catch every highlight, and stay in the action wherever you go, all by using the FanDuel Sports Network app. we encourage you to download the FanDuel Sports Network app as soon as possible. You can watch all the games there. You could watch these 12 games, including tonight's game, our maiden voyage on WPLG TV 10 in Miami. Good to be with all of you as we enjoy a back and forth game between the Heat and Trailblazers. Norman Powell gives the Heat the lead back. Miami 81, Portland 80 with 7 minutes left in what has been a torrid third quarter. Blazers out rebounding the Heat by 10. They have 15 offensive rebounds already. They're a very good offensive rebound team. Matter of fact, they're a very good team, period. A club that won just 36 games last year. Kel'el Ware back tapping to Davion Mitchell. Here's Wiggins. Wiggins, the launch pad. And the rebound of Tamari Kamara. Avdia. There's Tamani Kamara, short. Ware with another rebound. That's his 8th of the game. Well, you can defensive rebound after a miss. You are ahead of the game. Wiggins turns the corner. Oh, the bounce pass was low and it was kicked.
Yeah, it should be side out Miami there off the Blazers' foot.
Well, 14 on the shot clock. Donovan Clingan out. Dwap Reith is back. And Jeremy Grant returns with his 4 personal fouls.
There's the bounce off Klingan's foot. That's why it doesn't come up to waist level there for Kel'el. So side out Miami. Right call there with the kick.
Jaquez in, Wiggins out. Wiggins sits with 12 points. Heat with a 1-point lead.
And put Drew Holiday on Norman Powell, trying to slow him down.
Powell able to score left-handed lay-in. He had 7 points in the first half. He has 7 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, heating up and really doing it good for the rim.
Dwap Reith missed, and Ware with those long arms corrals another rebound. The 9 boards for Kel'el. He averages 7 rebounds a game this year. Davion, dotted line, one-hander, bounces off, and Ware puts it right back.
I like that patience by Ware. He didn't hit the ball too early as it was bouncing around. It would have been basket interference, waited for it to come off.
Nice way to get his 10th rebound as Mitchell gets the steal. Here's Jaquez down the runway. Oh, pretty play. You never know what's going to happen on that Jaime highway.
Oh. He gave a little fake pass to the left, and that froze the defender Reith enough for Jaime to get it up and finish.
8 straight points for the Heat. They're up by 7. 5:10 left, third quarter. That's a kick save and a beauty for Kel'el Ware.
Go Red. Here's the active hands running through the passing lane. Davion saves this. He's kind of walking the tightrope there and kicks it in. But how about the fake pass here? Whoop, whoop. And able to get that one up and off the backboard.
Got a double whoop. 87-80 Miami. Holiday, horizontal drive, missed it. Ware with his 11th rebound of the game. Good hands, good deflection out of bounds by Tamani Kamara, the 25-year-old, originally from Brussels, Belgium. Was drafted by Phoenix, was traded to Washington, then from Washington to Portland. Went to Georgia for 2 years and then finished up 2 seasons at Dayton. 87-80 Heat. Just under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Jaquez. Nice feed to Larson for the layup. And that's the magic of Jaquez. The drives are good in all directions.
And he's under control. If he doesn't have the layup himself, he gives it off nicely to the cutter, and it's Pelle Larsson.
10 straight points for the Heat to go up by 9. That's a tough one. Holiday missed it out of the corner, and you got to appreciate the defensive rebounding for the Heat in this third quarter. Jaime, short from 3. Ware gets it. Kel'el Ware is activated, gets it, and stuffs it. Kel'el Ware, signed, sealed, and delivering.
Jaquez Jr. Hard drive again into that paint. Good things happen when he gets in there. Ball fake, hard drive, draw Drew Holiday, go upstairs, and it's Kel'el Ware and the Heat on a 12-0 run.
TV timeout being powered by your South Florida Ford dealers. Throw it down, big fella.
with the lob action. Norman Powell, we're seeing him pick up his scoring too. Great activity here.
Pretty pictures. The Carnival Cruise Line pulling out of the Port of Miami, and there's the beautiful Kaseya Center right there in the background in this beautiful city. And if you want to see it at its best, see it at night from the water on a boat. It's remarkable. A 91-80 lead for the Heat. Welcome back. Eric Reed with John Crotty and our FanDuel Sports Network crew. 4 minutes left in the third. This is Jeremy Grant colliding with Davion Mitchell, and they're going to call it a block on Mitchell. Davion, it would have been the fifth that we went the other way on Grant. Instead, it's going to be the third foul on Mitchell. Actually, the fourth foul on Mitchell.
They're going to score this, too. As he steps right through, he was gathered. That's an N1 opportunity. You know, the players in this league are so athletic and so long. That contact happened out by the free throw line, and he just took 2 big steps and was able to stretch out after the contact and lay that in.
Jeremy Grant, he's been a starter. He's come off the bench. This year off the bench, he's been very, very good for the Trailblazers. 9-point Heat lead. Jaquez against Chris Murray to the paint. Now back out. Jovic tees one up, knocks it down. Niko Jovic with his first kaboom of the game, his 11th of the season. The Heat lead by 12. This is the biggest lead of the game for Miami. 94-82. Avdija sends it out. Now it's Avdija against Jovic. Oh, look at that work by Deni Avdija. Gonna get a chance at a 3-point play.
Well, he is using that Euro step on time. Hard take to the middle, crosses up Niko, and then when he rips it through, he's getting the contact call and then able to finish. That's back-to-back 3-point plays here for the Portland Trailblazers.
John, when the Wizards traded him to Portland, you wondered why. Washington in the midst of a rebuild. This guy's only 24 years old and appears to be breaking into a different, more elite level among NBA big men. He's got 21 points tonight, his 8th game this year already, with 20 points or better.
I mean, this guy, to me, is just burgeoning right now. And again, the style of play they have really helps showcase his skill set. He's really athletic, and he's got size at 6'9". His ability to accelerate and go to the basket on a quick catch and drive forces the defenders to have to try to step in front. He creates a lot of contact and fouls going to the rim, and his ability now to shoot the 3 where he's more comfortable.
Oh, look out. Collision right there at midcourt and a turnover on the Heat. By the way, Jeremy Grant just picked up his 5th foul and a seat on the bench. Did you see the way CD, Sissoko sprinted across court? They want to play like international rules. Just a very quick pace for the Trailblazers.
The Heat need to beat the basketball, though. That's a bad turnover on an inbounds pass.
12 Heat turnovers tonight. Avdija, Shaedon Sharpe, driving on Smith, bounces twice off. Sharpe with the offensive board and the putback. Shaedon Sharpe with that offensive rebound. 16 offensive boards tonight for Portland. Niko, collision, blocking foul, chance at a 3-point play.
This may be challenged right here. Coach Tiago Splitter looking to his backup camera guys.
They're shaking their head no.
Really good attack there by Jovic, but I think we're going to see a timeout and a challenge by the Portland Trailblazers here as the timeout by Splitter and the signal right there. We'll see. Let's see whether the defender was moving here or not again, Ian. Does he have the position? It's a hard drive by Niko, who's had one of the best games we've seen. With that 2-point score, he's got 14 points.
Well, we have this opportunity for our Sprite
has called
Coaches
a
Challenge.
To the previous foul assessed as a Cisco.
The Sprite Coaches Challenge, they'll review the foul that was called on CD Sissoko. By the way, Tiago Splitter, he's 40 years old, a native of Brazil. He played 7 seasons as an NBA player, 5 with the Spurs, closed out with Atlanta and Philadelphia. You know, he was a scout for Brooklyn. For 1 year, he was an assistant coach in Houston. John, he was coaching a professional team in Paris last year.
Won a championship.
Yeah, he comes over to be an assistant coach for Chauncey Billups, and after the very first game of the season, you know what happened to Billups, and Splitter has been put in as the interim head coach. And he's done a very, very nice job. Now the crew chief, Mitchell Irvin, in his 11th season as an NBA official, about to tell us what we're waiting for.
After review, Cisco does not get in the path of the shooter prior to his upward motion. Therefore, the challenge by Portland is unsuccessful. It'll be one free throw. We'll play from that point. Thank you.
Yeah, works in Miami's favor there. And one opportunity here.
Now they lose their ability to challenge the rest of the way with that failed challenge there with 2:47 left here in the third quarter. Well, Niko Jovic gets the score, has 14 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. One of his better games here in his 4th NBA season with the Heat. Well, Miami has a chance to go back up by double digits. Heat are one of 7 teams in the NBA still unbeaten at home. The Heat's 3 wins at home against the Knicks and twice against Charlotte. Remember, Miami last year lost 3 of their first 4 at home. 3-point play for Niko Jovic. 97-87 Miami. Avdia driving on Wiggins right by him. Inside of Robert Williams. And then outside, Chris Murray missed the 3. Sissoko. Oh, a 3-point opportunity for Sissoko.
He's playing with a lot of energy. Sissoko, a two-way player in his 3rd season now. Playing with great energy right now, running in, no one putting a body on him, and he just uses his athleticism to go and get that one, jumping over Andrew Wiggins. And one opportunity again. Portland seems to be getting a lot of these layups and fouls.
A 3-point play for Sissoko. Portland with 17 offensive rebounds tonight. Fontecchio missed the 3. Robert Williams, a former Celtic, is in the game for the first time in his 8th year at Texas A&M. Sharp missed it. Missed the 3. Jaquez in a crowd comes away with a rebound. Jaime on the bounce. Blocked by Robert Williams. What a play by Williams. Just his 2nd block shot of the season. Avdia. Oh, first down and more for Deni Avdia.
And he is rumbling and bumbling and finishing in transition. 15 fast break points for the Portland Trailblazers, and they're going to a 2-3 zone here. Miami going to the middle.
23 points for Avdia, his best game ever against Miami. Loose ball, Robert Williams gets it for the Trailblazers, and it's Avdia getting right back to work. Another chance at a 3-point play. He is bulldogging Miami. He's a hard man to stop. He's got 25 points on 9 of 14 shooting.
Boy, these miscues are just playing right into the hands of the Trailblazers. They average 25 points a game off forcing over 20 turnovers a game. Miami's been good managing the ball, but these last few turnovers have hurt them. 12 turnovers. They've given up 21 points off those turnovers.
Well, here's Deni Avdia. Avdia with a 3-point play. He's got 26 points. The Blazers have scored 8 straight. It's 97-95. Minute 28 left in the 3rd. Jaquez missed it on the move. Jovic gets it back. Smith sends it up. And Jovic gets it back again and puts it in. Niko Jovic having the best game of his 4th season right now. 17 points, 6 boards, 6 assists. Heat ahead by 4. Shaedon Sharpe, fancy work. Oh, he's a talent, only 22 years old. Sharpe with 14. Heat by 2. Jaquez in a collision. That's CD. Sissoko again. He picks up the foul. Yeah, that's his 3rd. Trailblazers are over the limit.
Quick catch and go, and just major body contact there by Sissoko. Be 2 shots for Jaime.
The way Jaime plays, you think he was driving around on a Hyundai. Let's pause for a word from them.
Sick car, man.
Can I charge my phone? Can I get the Wi-Fi, please?
Let's put it in sport mode.
Loaded with features for everyone. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Jaquez missing the first. We'll take a look at the second. Hey, look at this high-scoring game. 2 of the most improved offensive teams in the association, both showing off their new and improved offense. Jaquez with 11 points tonight. Heat ahead by 3. Under a minute left in the third. Drew Smith trying to crowd Avdia. Smith fronting him. Robert Williams back to Sharp. Lofted up and missed it. Jaquez pedal to the metal. Jovic for 3. And the rebound comes down to Robert Williams. Robert Williams didn't play in the first 5 games for them. This is his 4th straight game off the Trailblazers bench. Played just 20 games last year. Matter of fact, Robert Williams, like an antique sitting in the back of the room, he's played just 26 games his last 2 seasons. Sissoko missing. Jovic tracking it down. And that'll end the third quarter. Well, Miami ahead by 3 through 3. Welcome back to the Heat's House with tonight's extraordinary player, brought to you by your Southern Lexus dealers, Deni Avdia. He's from Israel, a former 3-time Israeli League champion, and he's becoming an elite NBA player in his 6th season, and he's only 24 years old. You can see the steady improvement and the breakout season he's enjoying this season. And right now, John, he's got 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He is a hard man to handle at 6'8", 230. He just steamroll his way to offense.
Yeah, he's impressive. And having a breakout season, their go-to guy, and the surprise of the league right now, the Portland Trailblazers, the way they're playing, beating some of the Western elite teams right now with their faster-paced offense.
We open the
India leading the way.
I'm sorry, John. We open the 4th quarter with 11:47 left in the game. The Heat ahead by 3. They are one of the early season surprises. I guess you could count the Chicago Bulls.
Yes, for sure. Out of the East, and who would have thought they would get off to the start that they have already too.
Jovic, tough footwork in a crowd. The rebound goes to Sissoko. He's played some meaningful minutes. He is all hustle. Number 91 for Portland. Oh, pretty play. Kamara on the finish. He's got 11. It's a 1-point Heat lead with 11.5 minutes left.
Jrue Holiday just timed that up with that pass, finding the hard running Kamara.
8 assists, 1 turnover for Holiday. Offensive foul on the Heat, and it was Kamara that drew the charge on Jaquez.
For all the driving Jaquez does, he very rarely picks up charges.
Both teams with 13 turnovers now. A 1-point Heat lead with 11:15 left. Sharp gets a screen from Holiday. Did not deter Wiggins. Shot clock at 4. Sharp with 2. To the basket. Got it off and in. Shaedon Sharp having himself a ball game. He's got 16 points and 8 rebounds. 1-point Portland lead. Turnover on Drew Smith. Back the other way, it's Sharp. Shaedon Sharp, he's a finisher. 18 points for him. A 3-point lead for them.
26 points off Miami's 14 turnovers. They keep coming at you, Portland does.
Miami only had 6 turnovers in the first half. That's a score and a foul. Niko Jovic busting through. John, this is my favorite game I've seen Niko have this year. 19 points, a season high 7 rebounds, and 6 assists.
He's been all over the floor and super aggressive. Good right-hand take. And just absolutely pushing through Avdia there, despite the contact as he rode his hip. And 1 here for Jovic.
Avdia's first foul. John, Niko Jovic is important to the Heat, even when they're at full strength. But without Bam Adebayo, He is needed in that Heat front court, not just as a scorer and a playmaker, but as a rebounder, and he's done all of that tonight. Nikola Jovic with a 19.7 boards, 6 assists. The Heat trail by 1. A one bounce to Kamara. That's off. An air ball landing in the lap of Jaquez. That's his 9th rebound of the game. Jaime missed it. Rebound into the hands of Holiday. Holiday for 3. Jaquez has tied his season high with 10 boards. Smith. And he draws the foul on Avdia. He only knows one way, Drew Smith. That's all the way.
He does. Get to that left hand there, and he came right back at Portland. Boy, has this game been up and down. I mean, it is just a frenetic pace, and Drew Smith getting right into the body there, drawing the contact. 2 shots for him. He's been really solid off the bench with 10 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Let's pause for a message from Morgan & Morgan.
I'm often asked, how'd you become the largest injury firm in the world? The answer is simple. We've won a lot. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Jeremy Grant back in, went to the bench earlier with 5 fouls in just 17 minutes of play. Heat going with Wiggins, Jovic, Smith, Fontecchio, and Jaquez. Tie game at 103. Drew Smith, by the way, with 11 points, just his 9th career double-figure scoring game, season high in points for him. Sissoko against Fontecchio. That's a Here comes Jaquez. Sharp bends him off to the right, comes baseline for the flip and draws the foul. Right in front of that Trailblazers bench, drew a negative reaction from there.
Why is that not shooting? They're saying he's dribbling here. So the foul was before he was gathered, right there, as before he was gathered. So it's side out Miami. He's waving off any sort of shot attempt. Coach Spo wanted a 2-shot foul, but side out.
Jovic gets tangled up and a blocking foul underneath on Sissoko. By the way, Jaime Jaquez Jr. tonight, 11 points and 11 rebounds. His 6th career double-double, his 2nd double-double here in his 3rd season. So he's just continuing to punch that clock and play his best NBA basketball. Got a technical foul on the Portland bench.
I don't think it's on the bench. I think it's on Shannon Sharp, who's out there on the floor. Lost his composure. This is working out well for Miami.
Yeah, it is on Shaden Sharp. Now Fontecchio will shoot the tech. Remember, this game is tied at 103. 9:25 left.
Shaden Sharp here getting a little too demonstrative with the official, and boop, right there. Technical foul. 1 shot for Miami and then side out.
Suyash Mehta had enough of Shaden Sharp. He'd have a 1-point lead. Not enough. Wiggins, corner 3. Batted out to Drew Smith. Miami just 7 of 25 from downtown in this game. Jaquez, the running hook. And it comes down to Drew Holiday, who's done a lot of everything for them. 14 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Oh, Fontecchio got in there. Sharp gets the score and the foul. Shaden Sharp has been flying around the Casellas end.
Boy, it looked like the Heat had a steal here as they ripped the ball away from Holiday, but here comes Sharp and just scoops it up and lays it in with 2 hands. Another N1 opportunity on the Wiggins reaching.
Wiggins' 3rd foul. Shaden Sharp with 20 points and 8 rebounds in this game. The 8 rebounds are a season high for Shaden Sharp. That's a 2-point Portland lead. Jovic for 3. Kaboom. Nikola Jovic. He's having a night, folks. 22 points. That was his 2nd tray of the night. The Heat by 1. Sharp with a miss. Jaquez with his 12th rebound. What a game. What a season this has been. Wiggins for 3. Jovic with a 2-handed rebound. Fontecchio. In and out. Well, this home crowd ready to jump out of their seats, but the shot did cooperate. Wiggins forcing a jump ball with Shaedon Sharpe.
Good battle. Wow, could go either way. And Nico just pulling up and letting it rip. Nothing but net for him as he points to the sky. And then how about this? Drew Smith and then Wiggins just attacking Shaedon Sharpe right there before he could call a timeout even. And that's a jump ball. I like Wiggins here going up and winning this one.
A very competitive, enjoyable, intense game. Wiggins wins the tip. He'd have a 1-point lead on the ball with a fresh 24 on the shot clock. Marquez, he's tied his career high tonight with 12 rebounds. Jovic for 3. Kaboom! Nico letting it rip. He's got 9 points in the quarter and 25 for the game. Inside a miss by Murray. It's taken by Holiday. Now Grant for 3. You could feel that coming, couldn't you?
Man, they just come right back at you off the make. It's crazy how often they've scored off Miami's makes.
A blocking foul underneath on Kamara. By the way, Nico Jovic, I said he was having a game. How about the best game of his career? 25 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 of 13 shooting, and 3 triples. Nico showing off his considerable skills.
Good Bam. Loving that. The 3.
It's 110 to 109, 7:48 left. Game so good you don't want to see it end. Drew Smith drawing that foul on Kamara. His 3rd. The Blazers already over the limit, John. They have 5 team fouls, the Heat with just 1. So every Portland foul the rest of the game will result in Heat free throws. Wiggins out, Pelle Larsson in. Wiggins to the bench with 12. And Drew Smith having one of his best scoring games of his career. Just his 9th career double-figure scoring game at 12. Well, the Heat bench has outscored the Portland bench tonight 56 to 28. 3-point Heat lead. Holiday against Jovic. Avdija. He's putting a hurting on the Heat tonight with 29 points. His season high was 33 against the Lakers. 112 apiece. 7:20 left. Look out, Nico. He lost it to Avdija. It's still loose. And it's picked up. This is Chris Murray. A breakaway jam for Murray and a timeout for Miami. A game that continues to seesaw back and forth. What a contest between two of the most improved teams in the NBA. Yep, the Heat got off to a slow start tonight when they missed 14 of their first 15 shots. But that 45-point second quarter, the second most in a second quarter in franchise history, it turned the early deficit into a 7-point halftime lead and a 72-point first half. Deni Avdija has the look of an NBA All-Star this year. He's having a big-time game. And Nico Jovic playing the best game of his 4th season. Yes, thank heavens for Jovic tonight, who's been sensational for the Heat. Miami down by 2, 7 minutes left in the game. Reed and Crotty enjoying it with you from high above courtside. Here's Powell against Avdija. 4 to shoot, he'll fire and miss a tough one. Rebounded Drew Holiday. And a foul on Powell as they were running down court. He was jockeying for position with Avdija. Norman Powell, that's his 2nd foul of the game. It's the 2nd team foul of the 4th quarter on Miami.
Well, this is anyone's game right now. With 6:51 to go, Heat on the 2nd night of a back-to-back. Got to pull in your toughness right now and just really lock in for the next 2-3 minutes till the timeout.
Drew Holiday against Larsson. Pulls his way to the paint. Sets up Kamara. A steal by Davion Mitchell. Mitchell got himself into the picture there. Powell, open 3. In and out. And the rebound comes down to the Trailblazers' Chris Murray. The 3-point shooting not been there for the Heat, just 9 for 32. That's 28%. Avdija, 6'8", point forward. And that's an offensive foul. Larson took the charge. It's the third foul on Denny Avdia. That is a stellar defensive play.
He's using that off arm there on the crossover. Once he gets inside, hooking Larson and cracking him right in the jaw there. Ouch. Boy, Pelle Larsson took one right in the face there.
He is one tough kid. Larson, the 24-year-old second-year man from Arizona, originally from Stockholm, Sweden. Davion scooping it up for the score. 9 points for Mitchell. Tie game at 114. Just under 6 minutes left in a game that's had 14 lead changes and 7 ties. It's going to be a Heat foul on Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, physicality ramping up. Davion Mitchell, great left-hand hesitation. That's how you freeze bigger, taller players, and Davion doing a nice job there, forcing the defender to be off balance and get that easy layup.
Foul was on Larson. It was his third, team's third. Loose ball picked up by Powell. Got Jovic to his right. 2-on-2 break. Jovic through traffic. Niko Jovic. What a fourth quarter he's having. He's got 27 points, 10 in the fourth quarter. Kamara misses the three. Rebound to Powell, but a pushing foul. And you know what? I think I saw it as it happened. Jovic with a push and a foul.
Let's talk Jovic offense first. On the breakout, 2-on-1, and he just opts to hang on here, threads the two defenders and uses that left hand fading away. You've heard me talk about it, trying to get him to play his size. Sometimes he plays smaller than that 6'10" frame, but able to finish there again in traffic.
Well, Niko Jovic called for another foul. He's having a career night with 27 points. Keep your composure, Niko.
Got a tee there. He threw the ball off the stanchion. It'll be a technical foul on Niko.
Niko, career high 27 points with 8 rebounds and 6 assists. That's his fourth foul. He's made 10 of his 14 shots. He's got 3 triples. But this is the kind of game you know he has in him, and you want to see more often. Jeremy Grant hitting the first of 2. Actually, let's see. Yeah, he's going to go back to the line for another one. It's a 1-point lead for the Heat as you look at Grant, who has battled foul trouble tonight. Grant's been with Philadelphia, Oklahoma City, Denver, Detroit, and now in his 4th year with the Trailblazers. Blazers have been in a flurry of close games. Their last 3 wins all by 2 points each. Well, Grant tonight with 18 points off the Trailblazer bench. He's their only sub in double figures. He'd have 3 double-figure scores off their bench, 6 double-figure scores for the game. Powell on the move. Powell, tough shot, bounces in, and a foul. Yeah, a little wiggle for Norman before and after.
That's just a great finish. Norman Powell pouring it on after a slow start. He was 0 for 4. He's been able to knock down 6 of his last 11 shots. Getting in here with the contact, bouncing around, and look at Norman. Shake it up.
Trailblazers have committed 7 fouls here in the 4th quarter. We got 5:03 left and a 1-point Heat lead. Norman Powell with 16 points. They get 17. 118. Avdia against Mitchell. Avdia gets it back and puts it in. There's no stopping him tonight. He's got 31 points.
That length at 6'9", I mean, he is just going so hard to the rim. He put a rebound his own miss.
Powell, left-handed layup for the score. 5 points in a row for Storm and Norman. A 2-point lead for Miami with 4.5 minutes left. It's him again. Grant spinning on Mitchell. Offensive foul on Jeremy Grant, and his night comes to an end. He is just fouled out.
And you know who took that? The smallest man on the floor, the pit bull, Davion Mitchell. Saw it coming, got off the weak side of man there and stood tall, took it right in the chest on the 6'7" Grant who barreled into him. That's just tremendous defense. He's so good on the ball as a defender. This is an excellent example of him away from the ball, getting off his man as a help defender and being able to take that charge on a sure layup there by Jeremy Grant.
So Grant fouls out with 18 points. The Heat have a 2-point lead in the ball with 4:18 left in the game. Oh, the pass deflected out. Whose ball is it? Heat ball. Gonna be Heat ball with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Heat closing with a lineup of Jaquez, Jovic, Larson, Mitchell, and Powell. Blazers with Klingon, Kamara, Holiday, Sharp, and Avdija. Larson on the cut and score! Davion with the inbounds assist. 16 for Larson. 4-point lead for Miami.
Such a bad defensive play there by the Blazers as Pelle Larsson able to get open on a backdoor cut on an inbound play. Yikes.
Larson missed his first 3 shots. He's made his last 7. Oh, Powell with a block shot from behind, but a foul. Stops the clock with 3:53 left.
This cut by Pelle Larsson, so savvy. That's not how the play's supposed to go. He's breaking the play because Sharp overplaying him on that corner, and he finds the open area. And here's the next play, ball fake by Drew Holiday.
5th foul on Jovic, John.
So smart, able to get inside and draw two shots there.
Acquired in July from the Celtics for Anthony Simons and a couple of second-round picks. You wonder, as he misses that free throw, what a backcourt of Dame Lillard and Drew Holiday would be like.
Unbelievable. I'm impressed with Drew Holiday right now. I mean, this is his 17th season. He's 35 years old, and he's played 31 minutes, and he looks fresh. He's playing well on both ends. Hasn't shot the ball as well as he typically does, but he's got 14 points. He's got 12 assists and 9 rebounds right now, so on par for a triple-double. This guy is just a winner. Every time he steps out on the floor, he makes something positive happen.
Drew Holiday tonight, 15 points, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. A rebound away from a triple-double. 3-point Heat lead. Larson for the cutting Jaquez. He missed it. He's missed a few layups tonight. Avdija leads it for Holiday. Inside Klingon. Klingon camped out in the lane forever. Holiday for 3. Drew Holiday with the last 4 points for Portland. He has tied the game at 123 with 3:25 left.
Klingon battling. Offensive rebound machine, and on the kick out, Drew Holiday, the veteran, converting straight out front with the triple.
This after the game for our Heat Live postgame show presented by Verizon. Right after the game tonight, you'll hear from the first head coach in Heat history, Ron Rothstein. Jax, as always, masterful job of anchoring. And Amy Audibert, his analyst on radio, will again appear on our Heat Live postgame show. Hey, there's James Posey in his first year as a Portland Trailblazer assistant. Had a 12-year playing career in the NBA. Played 2 seasons with Miami. Was on our first championship team. Never forget his 15-point, 10-rebound in Game 4 in the finals against Dallas. It was great visiting with James before the game. Oh, the loose ball and the takeaway by Klingon in a tie game. The Heat with an untimely turnover. Klingon rolls to the basket, broken up by Mitchell with the steal, so the Heat get it right back. Here's Jovic, but contact between Avdija and Mitchell will stop that.
It's a take foul.
Pick up his 4th foul.
They are calling a take foul here on Avdija. That's important because that's free throws and possession for Miami. That's just a great rip by Davion Mitchell. Super aggressive, hard fall there by Klingon, who's late getting back. And you see Avdija trying to pick up this foul right there, and he's just grabbing Mitchell to prevent a layup and a pass ahead, and that's a take foul. So free throws for Miami and a possession to boot.
Davion Mitchell, by the way, John, has 5 steals in this game tonight. Well, Norman Powell makes the free throw. Powell has 20 points again. Miami has tied the game with 3 minutes left in the game. Heat ball. The 5 steals for Mitchell has tied his career high. There's steals in a game. Jovic for 3. In and out. Rebound to Avdia. That's his 10th rebound of the game. But he gets his 4th double-double in his last 5 against Miami. Avdia flipping it inside. Clingan hits the jump hook. First points of the 4th quarter for Clingan. He's got 11 points. They have a 1-point lead with 2.5 left. Jaquez and a foul on Clingan. Oh, the layup operation still in business.
Big time finish. I mean, the cut, first of all, to get open here. And Jovic finding him. Look at the time cut. And man, that contact was a strong bone rattle there to the shoulder area, and Jaquez able to stay with it. He's been such a good straight line driver and finisher. He's got 13 points now, 12 boards and 7 assists. Very complete game by Jaime.
Clingan with his 4th foul. Jaquez with a huge 3-point play to put the Heat up by 2. By the way, Miami with a season high 74 points in the paint tonight. They got 127 on the board. We got 2.5 minutes left. Another high-scoring, entertaining affair. Avdia, nice flip. Clingan planted. Clingan scores. Donovan Clingan with 2 big in-the-paint scores here late in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he used the rim really well there. Got to the weak side of the basket to get that shot protected and finished.
Powell! He put up the 3-point shot and drew a foul on Avdia. It would be Avdia's 5th foul. Let's see if they're going to give him 3 or 2 shots here.
Ball reversal here, and Norman Powell.
Two-shot foul.
Yeah, he's got that right foot clearly over the line here, and just rose right up into the hands of Avdia.
Well, John Grant has fouled out. Avdia 1 foul away from fouling out. Norman Powell has got 7 points in the 4th quarter. 21 for the game. Two-point lead. 2-point lead with 2:03 left. Holiday getting a screen from Clingan. Jovic switches out to him. Jovic with the block shot. Great play by Niko Jovic. What a well-rounded game for him tonight. Heat ball, minute 43 left, up by 2. Big possession. Shot clock at 8. Mitchell on the drive. Kick out for a Wiggins 3. Kaboom! Andrew Wiggins with his first points of the 2nd half puts Miami up 132 to 127.
Mitchell with his 7th assist, continuing to get in that paint with driving kick.
Wiggins with the deflection. Jaquez on the loose ball pickup. Jaquez got, no foul. Down the other end, Clingan on the catch. Minute 10 left. Kamara short on the 3. Rebound to Jovic. You believe the pace and the competition we have witnessed here tonight in Miami.
Got to take care of the ball here. Got a 2-possession game at your advantage. Run some clock, space the floor.
Great game for the home fans in the building and the home viewer enjoying it with us. Jovic, long one. Air ball.
Oh, my.
With 47.5 seconds left, the Trailblazers will get it back after that 27-foot miss. Timeout. 47.5 seconds left. The Heat lead by 5. The block by Jovic.
Excellent block. That allows Miami to get to that driving kick action there. Davion Mitchell again, the facilitator. And how about Wiggins? Great timing to step up and make your first bucket. 2nd half.
Miami playing without both Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero tonight. On the 2nd night of a back-to-back, they have scored 132 points.
We got 2 timeouts for Miami. 1 for the Trailblazers left here with 47.5 seconds to go.
Oh, this is the third highest scoring game of the season for Miami, John. Has become routine. 132 points for Miami. Jovic with a career high 27 points. And that's about coming up. Let's just take it one possession at a time. How about a stop and a rebound?
That'll work for me, partner. Niko Jovic, big smile on his face there. We're certainly feeling it on that last shot attempt. So watch something quick get to the basket, trying to get downhill for the Blazers. Someone Drew Holiday or maybe Denny Avdia on a catch and go or a high pick and roll action, trying to curl off that pick and get downhill and spread the floor.
Side out of bounds. Toumani Camara to send it in for Portland. Avdia, quick three. No way. Clingan with the rebound, but a foul.
Oh, no.
So Avdia is going to get 3 free throws here. And I wonder if the Heat are going to think about challenging this. With 44.8 left, yes. Oh, he's fired up.
Oh, swinging that hand and barking at the officials there, Coach Spo. Adamant he wanted to challenge that one.
Looked like a bad shot for Avdia.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he settled for that. That's a tough one coming from the baseline and trying to take that shot.
Miami has called a timeout to challenge a previous defensive foul assessed to Mitchell.
So the foul was whistled on Davion Mitchell. They'll look at it, so will we, with 44.8 seconds left in the game. If it's on Mitchell, that'd be his 5th foul tonight.
I mean, look, you don't have to take a 3 in this situation per se, and it looked like that's what they came out of their timeout looking to try to accomplish there. Avdia takes a tough fadeaway 3. There's some minimal contact, but it's maybe on looked like he may have made contact with that left elbow early, and then not on the shot and nowhere near the right arm.
No. This obviously was the time to use the challenge, and Coach Spo did.
And you know what? Kudos to him for hanging on to it here in the last minute of play. A lot of coaches are using it earlier in the game now in the first half. Boy, what if you don't have that challenge in this position, right? I mean, this is such a critical possession. This could result in 3 free throws for Portland. So, you know, again, the referees are doing a couple things over there. They're trying to determine if it is a foul. Then they got to get the clock right, too, and set that for the next play. So that's why it sometimes takes a little bit longer.
Hey, don't forget to get set for the next 2 games at home for Miami. Monday night and Wednesday night against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers right now losing by 2 at home to Chicago with 3 minutes left. It's a 3-point Chicago lead right now in a marquee matchup. The Bulls are 6-2. The Cavaliers are 6-3 and have won their last 3 games. A long discussion for our 3-man crew. Mitchell Irvin with his back to us. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope we get good news and don't see 3 free throws for FD.
After review, there is marginal contact by Mitchell on a play. Therefore, the challenge by Miami is successful. However, it was imminent possession when a whistle was blown. Therefore, Portland will get the ball side out with 21 seconds on the shot clock. Miami will retain their challenge and their timeout. Thank you.
Mitchell Irvin scared everybody when he started off by saying there was marginal contact, but the challenge is successful. They don't get the 3 free throws. They do get possession with just under 45 seconds left, and they trail the Heat by 5.
And this is why you have to make the play on the rebound here. And that's why Klingon went and got it. He got possession.
All right, 21 seconds on the shot clock.
All right, so Kamara's on a spot here, E. That's a tough spot to inbound the ball, too. Jaquez Jr. can really impact this inbound.
Into Avdia. Guarded by Mitchell, who has 5 steals. Now guarded by Powell. Avdia to the paint, to the cutting Kamara. Who wants to shoot this? Holiday will. He missed the 3. Norman Powell with the game's biggest rebound. The Heat get it back with a 5-point lead and 25 seconds left. That was a big defensive stand.
Wow, he got a good look beyond the arc there. Just rimmed out. Heat fortunate there.
We got a timeout. We got 25 seconds left. The Heat on the edge of accomplishing something they've only done 2 times previously. We will keep you guessing. Be sure to tune into our Heat Live pregame show. It's presented by Xfinity. You'll see it Monday night. You'll see it Wednesday night against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Both games start at 7:30. That means your Heat Live pregame on FanDuel Sports Network comes your way at 7:30. Cleveland Cavaliers right now trailing at Chicago 120-115. John, basically the same cast that decimated Miami in the first round of the playoffs last year. They had their flame burn out after that, but they are one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they've got great length, a defensive mentality, and yet an ability to score points quickly too. So they are a formidable team in the East for sure.
Well, now the Heat got to close the deal. You know, they've already forced 20 turnovers in this game.
Well, they got to take care of the ball here and come meet it. Understanding, you know, Portland is going to be coming after them hard, looking to steal the basketball here. Got to manage the ball. Got a 2-possession lead. You want to try to run clock, get the ball to your better free throw shooters here so that they can draw the foul and get to the line.
Heat closing with Jaquez, Mitchell, Jovic, Wiggins, and Powell. Gets it into Mitchell. Davion running away from Shaedon Sharpe, who takes the foul. Shaedon Sharpe picks up his 3rd foul. There'll be free throws here for Davion Mitchell. His first trip to the free throw line tonight, and he has not been a good free throw shooter this year for Miami.
That was an interesting play. I thought Portland waited about 3 or 4 seconds longer than they should have. I mean, you go for the foul right away. You're down 2 possessions already. You let a lot of clock run there.
You know, Mitchell came into this game 4 for 11 for the season from the free throw lines. That's a big hit on his first of 2 shots. Makes it a 6-point lead. A 7-point lead. 2 big free throws for Mitchell when his team needed them. Avdia, red carpet treatment for Denny Avdia. He's got 33 points and 11 rebounds. It's a 5-point Heat lead. Nice pass by Jovic. He got fouled deep in the backcourt by Jrue Holiday. They'll march down the other end. Jrue Holiday picking up his 3rd foul. And Nikola Jovic will go to the stripe. Career high 27 points with 9 rebounds and 7 assists.
Yeah, what a strong performance. So happy for Nico. Been a bit choppy here to start this season, and this should really give him a shot in the arm. Give him some confidence in terms of seeing that ball go through the basket too.
John, we're getting used to this. 135 points for the Heat. It's their 3rd highest scoring game this season. They came in the number 5 scoring team in the league at nearly 123 points per game.
One more timeout on the Portland side.
John, the Heat are averaging over 130 points a game in their victories. They're on their way to another one. They're up 7 with 8 seconds left. Avdia missed it. Rebound batted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trailblazers. In it comes to Avdia, shoots the 3 and misses it. It's laid in by Kamara. But the final score is Miami wins it 136-131. For just the 3rd time in franchise history, the Heat have started a season winning their first 4 games at home. It happened in the championship season of 2012-2013. Also happened in 2019-2020. The Heat also went to the finals that year. So a good omen A 4-0 start at home for the Heat and a 6-4 record through their first 10 games. Nice to win always, even better on the second night of a back-to-back. Oh, I love that music. Because you know what it means, Heat Nation. When the Heat win, you win with Papa John's Pizza. Tonight, we celebrate another Heat victory. So tomorrow, you get 50% off regular menu price items at papajohns.com or on the app. Just enter the promo code HEATWIN tomorrow to enjoy the savings. Well, we enjoyed every bounce and basket of this win. The best game in the 4-year career of Nikola Jovic. 29 points, 9 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a round-trip ticket to the winner's circle with Will Manso.
Right where he belongs. That was a lot of fun to watch. I don't want to get too close. It's been so hot right now. Norman wants to get close, though. He wants some of that magic that you work with tonight. Nico, that was fun.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Good stuff. Your teammates all over you right now, Nico, because 29 points. I want to start with you before I get to the finish. What were you feeling tonight? I know you've been working hard to find your game and get to your game. What was the key to doing that tonight?
I mean, I think it also comes from, my teammates and the coaching staff and the fans. Fans were great today, and I want to thank everybody, like I said, coaches, players, and the fans for this incredible advantage we have today. And from there, I just found my flow. Like I said, it's only for my teammates. That's all.
How do you guys finish this? This was a tough game. I give Portland credit, man. They were battling. You guys would build that lead. They'd battle back. How were you able to close tonight? You had the big block. Wiggins had the big 3, but how'd you get it done?
I think we just stayed together. I think that was the most important thing. We maybe didn't have everybody today. Not everybody was available, but we knew we had to win. Coach Chris Quinn, told us that if we don't want to be mediocre, we got to start winning these games. So, I think this win is for him.
I tell you what, the impressive thing about this team has been the bench play, and it's different guys every night. Jaime's been a big part of it. Pella as well. And then he goes in the starting lineup. You tonight. What is it about the energy the bench brings? Shout out Drew Smith, too, with a big night. What is it about the bench so far?
Just the energy. I think we have a long rotation. I think we have a lot of good players, and I think everybody can have a good night almost every night. And Coach Spo and everybody else just want us to keep rolling and keep being aggressive in the second unit. So that's all we're doing.
Final question: you think you guys are opening some eyes, not just here at the Kaseya Center for the fans, but around the NBA with the way you guys are playing to start the season?
I mean, we for sure look interesting. We're putting a lot more points than we used to, and thanks to these incredible fans, they're helping us for sure.
Well, listen, it's been fun watching you. Congrats on the win tonight, Nico.
Thank you.
29 points for Nikola Jovic. How about 9 rebounds, 7 assists? Doing it all as the Heat win 136-131. They're 6-4 through the first 10, one of the highest scoring teams in the league. It's so much fun to watch. We'll continue to watch it and break down this win when we come back here on FanDuel Sports Network.
music.